What's going on, guys and gals? My name is Neko Fluttershy, and I have some fucking sad news. Apparently, let's go all the way back. PS3, Vita, and PSP stores to be permanently closed in a few months. So let's see what the gamer has to say. Oh, I've already got the gamer, okay. You know what? No. Let's go all the way back up. Hasta la vista, baby. The PS3, PS Vita, and PlayStation Portable stores aren't long for this world, according to a source familiar with the situation. The stores are due to be closed from July. Yeah. PSP and PS3 stores are to be closed on July 2nd, while the Vita will stay open until August. Okay, now first off, that doesn't make any sense. Because look at this. PS3 sales. Alright, look at this. Wait for it, okay. 87.4 million units sold for the PS3. PlayStation Portable, 82 million, right? Estimate. So they're a lot more successful than the Vita. Let's take a look at the PS Vita sales. 0.35 million devices were sold worldwide back in 2019. So that's not a lot compared to what, other systems are. So wouldn't it make more sense for the PSP and PS3 to stay open until the 27th of August instead of July 2nd? Give the PS3 users some more time, and also PSP users more time, because more people have a PS3, or at least have bought a PS3 and PSP. I mean, yeah, after these dates, you will no longer be able to purchase digital copies of games or DLC for any of the Sony consoles mentioned above. The PS3 released in November 2006 and sold a total of okay, March 2005. Wow. So you get the idea. They're fucking potentially. I mean, there is no. We haven't really heard anything from Sony yet. At least I don't think about these. So I don't fucking know what's happening. I hope they don't. But if they do decide to do this, I understand completely. I mean, think about it. The PS3 was 2 console generations ago. 2 console generations ago. The PSP, 2 generations ago. The PS Vita, kind of the same thing, although the PS Vita wasn't, I mean, it was more new than that, but it was still at least like 2 generations ago. So, yeah. After a while, it's, yeah. Now, I heard somewhere, PS3 store, because everyone's making a big deal out of it, and I understand, I'm pissed as well. And I'm also very concerned. Let's see what the Games Radar has to say about the whole situation. Basically, much of the same thing here. Now, go down. Historically, once console storefronts close, users are no longer able to download digital games or game updates on those consoles. If true, this news could affect much more than just digital ownership. So that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about the most. Games that I already have, downloaded or purchased or whatever, can I still re-download them when the time comes? That's what I want to know the most. So this means the PSP Go is going to be entirely useless. Nah, son, you jailbreak that bitch and get all them ROMs on there. That is true. I mean, yeah! Exactly. I've been so against jailbreaking my Vita for so many years, but now I'm like, fuck it, let me head on over to YouTube. That is true. Now, here's what what I don't understand. This is what makes me die laughing and also makes me confused at the same time. People are against piracy, right? You know, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. All these people are against video game piracy. They're against jailbreaking. They're against modding because that could also lead to piracy, right? I get that. But they keep doing stupid shit like this. They keep shutting things down and basically forcing us to pirate or to jailbreak, which also, again, would lead to piracy. You know, you're letting us pirate because, I mean, that's our only option. Some games that were on the PS3 store, you were to buy them physically, they cost a lot of money. Money that some people don't have, especially in this time with COVID. So, the only real reason you would actually do this is if you want people to pirate. Sony. Don't you understand this? People have already had piracy happen on their consoles, right? They're already pirating, they're already jailbreaking. But if you do this, if you go through with this, there will be more piracy. Because you're basically forcing us to do so. You're taking away a bunch of games that we can't really play anymore. And honestly, that's a problem. Now, honestly, I could always get physical copies. My PS3 can't play game discs, so I have to download them digitally. Bro, so if this is true, fuck Sony, TBH. Sony, Xbox don't do this. Their 360 shit is still up to this day. Aside from the Halo servers. Oh well. Rest in peace to an era gone by. Mostly because a lot of the 360 content is running on the Xbox One and the Series X. Video games are the only medium I know that is so hostile to the idea of preservation. That is true. I mean, you try to preserve something. I mean, Nintendo doesn't like when you emulate ROMs of like the NES or SNES. Bitch, please. The NES is so old. Like, if you were to get the games physically, you're lucky if they work. Same with the Atari. I mean, the Atari is so old. The games are old. Everything is old on the Atari 2600, the Sega Genesis, the NES, SNES. That you have to basically preserve the past. I get it. Nintendo's doing all this shit with the Switch store and whatnot. But there's a lot of games that are not on there, right? They mostly focus on like Mario and Zelda and things like that. They don't focus on games like Top Gun or the Terminator or maybe Contra. Who knows? But like, they don't focus on every NES game ever. You know, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. Who knows? They don't focus on all the games. So basically, you have to preserve the past. You have to do that. So many games will be lost in time and space if you don't. We have to do that in order to preserve the past and you know, all that. There's actually this one guy, I think the guy's name was Sky Martial Arts. He had a song. At least I think it was him. There's a song, yeah, Emulate the Past. And sure, he was talking about the Commodore 64, right? But the problem is that can go for everything. The NES, SNES, Sega, whatever. We need to go back. And you know, we're trying to keep it alive, but game companies don't care. Game companies makes it as difficult as possible for potential customers to play older games. Why do people keep pirating? Exactly. I mean, they're making it harder for us. I know, right? You know, like, okay, yeah. So if you don't know what... Okay, I agree, we need to get rid of time zone, it's so confusing. But okay, so here is the comment that was originally made here. I promise you, unless you're broke as fuck, nobody is playing on an old-ass console. What about nostalgia? You could be rich and still play on old tech. Because it's true. Like, I still play on the PS3. I play on the Xbox 360. I play on the GameCube, the PS2, the Wii. I play on old systems. If I had a functional NES, you damn well better believe that I'm playing it. I'm playing the real NES. And the Atari. And the Sega. I'm playing everything. So this guy, okay, so here's the whole thing. Let's see what he says. Where else am I supposed to play old-ass games? Yeah, I just bought a PS3 to play Metal Gear 4. Like, what was my other option? I just want to play JoJo ASB, man. Because nobody's willing to... No, because nobody willingly plays older games, right? I bought a lot of PS3 games last year to play on PS3. What are you on? I am, and I'm not broke as fuck. At least I know most of us are ahead with our tech, unlike others who obviously aren't good at multiplayer games. What does multiplayer games have to do with anything? Nothing! This dude's the gatekeeper of gaming over here. The motherboard moderator. I like that. I fucking like that. You say multiplayer games like they're the only new games. Do you not watch old movies or read old books or even appreciate old art? Is all of that valueless to you just because it's from the 1976 or something? Yup, LOL. Alright then, that's all I need to know. I have a feeling this guy was a troll account. Like, and that's the thing, the internet is full of these people. You know, I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with playing old hardware. I know some people that are still fucking rocking Windows 95. People are still rocking with Windows 98. You know, they're still playing older systems. You know, operating systems. They're still playing Doom on DOS. And I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah! But it's true, though. You know, it's crazy what people think. Digital is the future, though. Digital is the future only if a company has a plan to support it. Sony clearly did not want to support it. Which is why they never unified their stores like Xbox did. Any idea if purchases will be able to be re-downloaded past those dates? That's my question, too. Because I think the only way they handle that requires going to the store, doesn't it? Well, let's see what the whole thing is. It's like 12 replies. Generally, no. If they're closing stores, they are taking down the servers entirely. PSP games could be re-downloaded for a while because they were tied to the same servers as Vita and PS3, but Wii stuff went away entirely when the servers went down. The Wii shot this speeder 2 years ago and people still re-download their games. Well, piracy. I never downloaded any actual games from the Wii Shop channel, but I downloaded some demos. I think I downloaded YouTube from there. So I don't know if I can actually do that or not. Yep, you can go into the setting and view a download list without going to the store. I remember back on the Wii they left it as a download portal, so I hope it's the same. They'll be available on new gen consoles if compatible, but I'd DL all the games you want to keep now before it's too late. Or just buy a disc that's probably 50 cents now. Yeah, all the sports games that you want, fucking pennies. Okay, I don't have a lot of money right now, but I'm hoping to get a job soon. But all the money that I do have right now, I could probably buy every fucking sports game on the PS3. No joke. I know, the Xbox 360 is even cheaper, so you know what? I might get them all for the 360. They're tied to your PSN ID. They are, but if you can't access them, I do believe, like many have said, they'll allow re-downloads, just not new purchases. I hope so, because I have so many games on my one account. I'm sure you can re-download all the digital games, DLC, and other content once they close the PSN store on newer generations. It's my only worry. I got a bunch of digital games that are not installed currently due to not having enough storage. No answer. Very excellent question. Wondering the same thing. Replying, because I'd also like to know this. Same here. You guys too? The Wii didn't. You, so probably not. You defo should get a hard drive just in case. You probably should. Like, I wonder if you could. Okay, hold on. External drive. You can't install games on external USB drives. Games will only run off the internal hard drive. You can replace the internal hard drive. So you're telling me if I want to download a lot more games for my 500 gigabyte PS3, I'll need to replace the hard drive. Well, let's see how a PS3 hard drive. Okay. Oh wow. A 500 gigabyte PS3 hard drive for like $32. That's actually pretty cheap. And again, I get it. You know, the PS3 is outdated as fuck. But I don't want to have to fucking, screw drive my console every time. Cause I don't want to fuck it up. I'm better off just buying a new one. That's 500 gigs and then tying that same account to that other PS3 so that way I can download more games. But yeah, okay. I actually hope that they do. So now I'm basically gonna have to fill my PS3 full of games. Alright, so I asked that same thing. You know, what about games that are on your download list? Can you still re-download them at any point? And then some guy said nope. Damn, that means I'll have to fill my PS3 up full of games as much as possible. Which I hope I don't have to do that, because I have some images I want to keep on there, and I got some video, but I got a lot of porn, okay? I got porn on my PS3, but I think a lot of the porn that I actually have on my computer. Well, not a computer, like the passport. This thing. I have it on this thing. It's, yeah, I have it on there, so I don't really care about that. Anyway. Get the idea. Yeah, what about nostalgia, you know? Alright, go back down, and I'm gonna read a few more comments, because it's a thing. I don't want to see this happen. I don't want to see the PS3 just die. I mean, technically it's already dead. They stopped doing a lot of things to the console. But if they're getting rid of the things, you damn well better allow people to re-download games that are already bought and things like that. Because if you don't, I mean, That's going to piss off a lot more people than you think. And that's going to lead to a lot more piracy down the road. Personally, I don't care about piracy at all. I mean, I do it. Only because games are far too expensive nowadays, and, you know, yeah. This is such a shitty move by Sony. Not only did they force gamers to subscribe to PS Now, which is a joke in terms of how lame their PS2 collection is. I mean, they didn't really force people to do that. I mean, it's optional, you know. Yeah, but now they're killing the Vita as well. I still want a Vita at some point. Well, that sucks, as there's a lot of games I've never left PS3, but I have custom firmware on all 3 consoles, so dumbasses don't know how custom firmware works, but love to bitch about these problems no one actually cares about. What an asshole! I understand not wanting to stay in a storefront for dead systems, but why can't they at least move the PS1 games to PS4 and 5? Like, if they can get PS2 games, a system that's notoriously hard to emulate, on PS4, I see very little reason why they don't do the same thing with PS1 games. I know, right? So now most PS1 classics on the PSN store will be gone, like Klonoa, Dora to Phantom Isle, which goes for hundreds of dollars on eBay. Well, I gotta resort to either playing the Wii remake or piracy. End of an era. If they gonna close the door, they need to put serious discounts in. Exactly. They need to put discounts there. So more people can buy games that they never had the ability to anyway. I haven't been on the PS3 store in like years. Because I just don't care, honestly. And alright, Nintendo World Championship Gold Card goes for $1 million, and some others you will have to sell everything for. You know, yeah. You only have one option. That's piracy. My son was using his PS3 as a door stopper before asking me to get it out of his room. He's jaded because when he was 11, his tag was, "Yo, I'm rich." And someone asked him if he was rich, then why was he playing on a PS3? And his personality has never been the same. Okay, again. Rich people can play game systems too, you know. Like, if I was a millionaire, I would buy a lot more video games. Okay, I would first off buy a bigger house, right? Or buy a bigger room or something like that. Buy a bigger house. And then fill it all with video games. All of them full of video games. All the shelves lined up full of video games. And then on the top shelf, or like the second shelf, the consoles that go with the games. So like, I'll have like a PlayStation station where it's all PS1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 games, as well as the consoles. The Xbox station where it's all Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and all that. Like, I will still play older hardware, even if I'm fucking billionaire, okay? Because video gaming is my hobby. People shouldn't shame on people, whether they're poor or rich or what. Because sometimes video game systems, they cost a lot. Like, you go on Amazon or eBay. Like, let's take a look at the price of a PS5 on eBay. Because of scalpers. Let's take a look at PS5. Oh, look at that. $1,300 pretty much. And that's for the console disc version. The digital edition is like $809. $600 with $35 shipping for a digital console. $1,000, $1,200, basically $600. I mean, all of this. And you see the problem here, right? If you're rich, why are you playing on a PS3? Because, well, I like PS3. So fuck you. Yeah. So what happens to the digital downloads? Just one more reason why physical is useful, even if it's not the greatest solution. To be fair, digital isn't completely great since we still ultimately contribute to carbon emissions via consoles that require electricity. But yeah, here's to hoping we can still access digital downloads even after the store shuts down. Jailbreak. There was one that actually is like the best point possible, and I'll make a rant on it or a video on it, especially. Where was it? I can only imagine what would. Okay, here it is. I can only imagine what would happen if something like that were to happen to the PS5 Digital Edition. Dear God, you are right! Imagine having a digital edition only for it to be a paperweight in 15 years or so. That's what I don't like about gaming nowadays. Everything is going digital. You got the digital versions of Xbox and PlayStation and all that. So all the games that you download be gone. Fucking paperweight. All that money you spent be gone. On the console, the systems, everything, every fucking thing. If Sony is going to make, a digital version of these consoles, then you need to make sure that it stays there permanently. Even if you think no one fucking plays PS5 anymore down the line, like 20, 30 years, you still need to have that. You still need to have that option. Because people bought the system. They bought the console. They bought games digitally. So, yeah. If this doesn't tell you what that physical medium, piracy, absolutely needs to be a thing for the preservation of games, then I don't know what else to say. Piracy, yes, but physical media also goes out of print, and the scalpers and video game hoarders, retro collectors, get into the game, which makes physical media practically useless too. Yeah. Now, I've also read somewhere else that was pretty good. Basically, what they were getting at here was, this is why I don't like digital gaming. This is why I prefer physical. And some people are saying, yeah, well, physical isn't much better because in a couple of years, because they're not, physical games won't last forever either, which is true. You got disc rot, you got faulty cartridges or cartridge failure or whatever the fuck the official term is for that, the professional term. And you got, Game Boys and Game Cubes that won't last long either. Every system will basically break down, even if you take good care of it. At some point, all these systems will stop working and whatever. All the games will be disc rot and whatever. So, physical media isn't much better. But, that begs the question, would you rather have digital media, which Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo can shut down at any point in time, even like 10 or 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, can you, unless you have the ability to re-download all your games, you wasted all that money on all those games. Or would you rather have physical copies? Well, sure, there's disc rot and things like that, but even when things like this happen, when stores shut down and other things like that, and you can't re-download, at least you have comfort and you can still play these games. You can still play Devil May Cry. You can still play, and also, that's why I prefer physical. Because, let's say hypothetically, Xbox did the exact same thing. Xbox 360 followed suit and shut down Xbox Live altogether. At least I can still play Fable. At least I can still play Homefront. At least I can still play Assassin's Creed. At least I can still fucking play Persona. I mean, there's so many things I can still do now. Because I have the physical copies of each game. And also, it's really good to look at. I can look at it, and I can hold it in my hand and be like, Yeah, man. I have Fable 2. And, like, it's amazing the kind of games you can find for, like, physically. And how cheap they can be and things like that. I mean, Sony is making a big mistake. If they go through with this, they're making a huge mistake. And I get it. No one really cares about the PS3 anymore, right? It's an outdated system. But if what Twitter is saying, everybody here on Twitter, right? Everybody on Twitter, you know, everybody here, yeah, on Twitter, you know, yeah, they're all divided. Oh yeah, we don't fucking care. Do it. We don't care. And you got a bunch of us, you know, like myself, that's like, oh shit. Oh no, I gotta do this. No. Fluttershy will praise them all. LOL. I did say ponies! Or she. So. Oh, I remember that when the PS5 looked like it could hold a pizza. Yeah. I guess that means backwards compatibility with PS3 games that are going to happen. Hey! Yeah. Honestly, you can't stop piracy. There's no way you can stop it. Anyway. And also, when Sony does this kind of things, you're kind of left with, you're left with no other option than to do these things. You're left with nothing more than piracy. I just hope that Sony does the right thing and is like, no, we're not going to do it. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, yep, the cat just got on top. Wow, I just got distracted by a cat I saw out the window. Anyways, so yeah. I really hope Sony does the right thing. But just in case, I'll probably have to download a bunch more games from my collection that's in digital download. That's the thing about here. All these... I just got to PC game. All these games for PC, I own physically. I physically own Peggle. I physically own Yahtzee and Plants vs. Zombies and all that. So I don't care. I don't have to worry about that. But with things like the PlayStation and things like that, yeah, I do have to worry because it's like some games you can only get digitally. And, what if your PS3 doesn't work and you don't have the money to buy a new one? Like mine. Although, like I said, I'm hopefully going to get a job soon. So, if I get a job, I'll have the money. And then I'll buy myself possibly a modded PS3 or something like that so I can, whatever. So everybody's got a fucking modded PS3, it seems like, nowadays. And if Sony's gonna keep doing this kind of bullshit, then, I guess it's only a matter of time. Anyways, guys and gals, let me know what you think. Do you think that Sony is doing the right thing? Or do you think Sony is doing the wrong thing by possibly getting rid of, PlayStation Store? And do you think we can still download our games that we already got in our download list? Let me know. Also, what do you guys and gals think is gonna happen at the end of the day? Make a fucking prediction. down below. Like, make a prediction as to what you think Sony will do. I really hope that Sony does not go through with this, because, I mean, I love PS3. I love some of the games that I have downloaded, and I don't want to have to spend an entire week or so downloading every single game, plus maybe some updates, on to the PS3. Because, like, a lot of games that I have to download the game, right? Install it, and then I gotta do the updates. So that's a good pain in the ass. Anyways, guys and gals, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys and gals like this video, give this video a like if it was fun. So don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified by future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else I do. Follow me on Twitch, because I do some live streams on there occasionally. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people in Brohoof. 1 million. Sony, just do the right thing and don't shut down